Call the year 2011 a disaster-prone year and you won't be wrong. From events beyond our control to those initiated by us. Now these events took their toll, claiming hundreds of lives in their wake. On the program today, we will be taking a look at events that shaped the year 2011. From the environment, health issues, security to politics and more. Thank you for joining me. I'm Onyi Sunday. The year 2011, as you will recall, started on a very sad note, with the aftermath of the bombing of the Abuja Army Barracks on the 31st of December 2010. Well, it may interest you to know that the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, shortly after warned that certain disasters were predicted to occur in 2011. The warnings, they say, were never heeded. Well, they identified conflicts, epidemics and flooding as the major disasters to expect. Now, being an election year, conflicts topped the chart. Conflicts, they say, were likely to be ethnic and political. Well, did these predictions come to pass? Well, 2011 was also a year of politics. A year Nigerians prepared to chart a new course for themselves by electing their leaders. To this end, INEC decided to use National Youth Corps members across different states as ad hoc staff, probably owing to their reach and number. Now, while that plan worked smoothly, in spite of its downsides, no one expected what befell this group of Nigerians. Starting with the bombing of the INEC office in Suleja, which claimed lives, including those of Corps members, no one expected the mayhem unleashed on them in the north following the presidential election, or perceived to be agents of government who most believed aided the alleged tailoring of results in favor of the government. They were easily spotted being strangers in the community they've been posted to serve. Some of these Corps members were slain, sending various families into mourning. We tracked down one of those families in Lagos to share their experience that dark April. A celebration mood is evident in most Christian homes today as they mark the resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ. In this residence, however, the celebration has been replaced with mourning. The life of a 27-year-old promising young man has been cut short. Venerable Samuel Ojo of the African Church Cathedral is an uncle to the deceased, Paul Oluwaseun Adewumi. He narrates what he learnt about the incident.
He called me around 11 a.m. on Monday, and he said the rioters are running, the political rioters are running after the coppers, and they are running to the police station. After 5 minutes, I called him. He said those people are still pursuing them, even though they are still in police station, that they are preparing to burn the police station.
Were then smoked out of the station. While trying to escape the fire, 7 Corps members were killed.
I didn't hear anything, not until Thursday evening or the Thursday morning that I heard that he has been killed.
And since that Thursday, we have collected so many numbers concerning the NYC official. Those I was through with said, even the first woman I was through with told me that they were on rescue mission, and she was not even aware of the story I was telling her. So I told her, I'm giving you information now. And what we are all about is that we realize our son is dead. But how to get the corpse down should be the responsibility of the NYC.
According to family members, Sheun was a self-sponsored student from the Olabisi Onabanjo University. He was to graduate from the NYSC in June 2011. But like the other Corps members who were killed in Bauchi and other northern states, their hope of giving back to their family and society has been dashed. Also defeated, according to their parents, is the idea of the NYSC program.
For long, they should put an end to it, especially we in the south. We are the one really experiencing the bitterness of it. They should please stop it. If at all they are going to do it, let us remain in our places to serve whatever. I can't see any privilege concerning this NYSC.
If we say we are craving for unity and in the process we are losing innocent souls, destroying future leaders, I think it is high time to stop this NYSC of a thing.
The Yorubas have a saying, it is better to say that a son is dead than to say that the son is lost. Oluwaseun is no more, and like many others, he will not return. But for those who are still alive in the north, these women have one message for the government. That call for the scrapping of the system continued, as this, of course, received a large trail of condemnations and questions for the government on the security of corps members who are and were at that time serving their fatherland.
Other NYSC members and innocent Nigerians killed in the course of duty to their fatherland must not be in vain.
We are calling for immediate evacuation of corps members from the north back to their respective homes, whereby they will be safe, because they are not safe any longer.
Well, there you have it. While the government insists on using corps members in subsequent elections, the outcome many will look forward to as more elections are expected next year. Well, that was just a tip of the iceberg on violent killings that rocked the nation afterwards. The new wave of insecurity was made more popular with pockets of bombings across the country, to ethnic and religious clashes. With the bombing of Nigeria's own Scotland Yard, the police headquarters in Abuja, the tragedies that rocked 2011 were just gaining momentum. The bombing of the UN headquarters sent the reality of Nigeria's security situation crashing down. And so, like countries in the Middle East, Nigeria joined the world of terrorist nations. This time, the message of insecurity in Nigeria reverberated on a global scale. Let's take a look at events that occurred that day.
It was confusion everywhere in and around the normally serene United Nations building as workers and visitors attempted to come to terms with the explosions.
That's what I'm telling them, to move back. I have media here. If something happens, entering from there, yes. Okay. 3 people go to the other side and close it.
The impact on the first floor was devastating as virtually everything within sight was flattened. The second and the third floors were not spared as louver glasses and other structures were damaged. Although there are conflicting accounts of how the incident happened, police authorities say the driver drove through the exit gates of the building with a Honda Accord car. Rescue workers battled to save some trapped persons inside the building. Eyewitnesses say the explosion came at the tick of activities inside the building.
I just came in about 20 minutes ago. My colleague that was consulting just heard a loud explosion, and that was that.
Government officials who came around say the attack had far-reaching consequences.
International terrorism could happen everywhere, anywhere. So we must all be careful whether it's in Nigeria or elsewhere. Like I said, it is an attack on the global community.
That is a very unfortunate incident. I cannot understand how anybody would come in and try to bomb a place that has innocent people trying to help our country.
The United Nations building, located in Abuja's diplomatic zone, not far from the United States Embassy, houses a number of United Nations agencies.
Nigeria is not an isolated case. I always say that terrorism is like a global plague now. Different countries have suffered from terrorist attacks at different times. Probably it's the turn of Nigeria.
But did it stop the bombs from going off and claiming lives? No.